Halloween ends tonight. 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 Evil! He's evil! I see the same evil in his eyes!
Michael! Okay. That's probably the most entertaining thing we're gonna be doing tonight. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about the final movie in this brand new timeline of the Halloween franchise. Halloween ends. Thank God it ended. Oh my God. I'm Leo, aka Reckless Fox, aka Big Papa Fox. This is LA Mike, New York Mike from Henshin Game and all other Sentai outlets. And welcome to the Buttery Show and Scribble Game Podcast crossover event. Which reminds me, my son's awake, so we got more crossovers. LA Mike, take it away.
Yeah, we got a cameo from Baby Rider. Kamen Rider babies making our dreams come true. Why the kick?
No. I'm sorry. Before we get started, I did that. When my son was a baby, I did that. I had to kick with him.
Oh, I did the same thing with my nephew. So you're not alone.
You woke up just in time.
But yeah, Halloween ends tonight. And yes, it is November 1st at the start of at the time of this recording, but it's good because that proves that Halloween has ended.
Listen,
Yes.
Okay, and listen more. I care. We didn't get through Thanksgiving yet, so chill, okay? Chill.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, like it's not Christmas time yet. It's like stay in your lane, Christmas.
Anyways, but no, guys. So as always, first things first, thank you guys who are watching on 3 platforms: Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Shouts to Buttery Show, shouts to Show Game Podcast, and everything like that. We're here to talk about this movie, and it's been a long journey. We've been holding our tongues for the last 2 weeks. We've seen this movie twice now, okay? I watched this movie in theaters opening night with our leader, Dagger Boy, and his lovely girlfriend. And then I watched this last Friday on Peacock with my fiance while the little one was asleep. There's a lot we're going to talk about.
Why would you torture yourself?
What's up?
Because he's a masochist.
That's true.
My fiance did not see the movie, so I was going to bite the bullet and watch it with her.
I mean, she saw Attack on Titan without you. She could just as well watch Halloween Ends without you.
Nah, dude, it was date night, okay? I'm not about to. You ain't gonna do that to a girl on date night. I'm good.
Listen. With date night, listen. If you piss off a female during date night, that's it. You're done. Goodbye.
Speaking of date night and actors from Halloween, I would have watched Spider-Man 3 with you if you asked me.
Want to go see Spider-Man 3? No, because you're only asking. I'm like, we're not going to talk about Knocked Up, but we're going to talk about Halloween Ends, which is a 2022 American slasher film that's a sequel to the Halloween Kills and the 13th installment in the Halloween franchise and the final film of the trilogy and sequels that started with the 2018 film, which directly follows the 1978 movie directed by David
this is it. We're done. No more. No mas.
No mas. No mas.
No mas.
Directed by David Gordon Green and co-written by Green, Dan McBride, and Paul Brad Logan and Chris Bernier. The film stars Jamie Lee Curtis, Andy Mitchak, Rohan Campbell, Will Patton, Kyle Richards, and James Jew Courtney. The film revolves around Corey Cunningham, a young. This is my first time reading the Wikipedia, so just bear with me for the people who have not seen this, because there's massive spoilers tonight. Corey Cunningham, a young man who falls in love with Laurie Strode's granddaughter, while a series of events, including crossing paths with Michael Myers, append his life and render him a murderous outcast. Okay, there's a reason why Corey is the main character. We'll get to that. So, real quick, this movie cost $33 million. Do you want to know how much it made in the box office?
How much?
At least 200%.
96.2 million. And we were not, and I don't even think they counted in the amount of views it's gotten on Peacock. But if it hasn't yet, we gotta still wait for those numbers. This movie didn't make enough money back, but it didn't do. Honestly, it didn't really do as well as the other two movies. Now, we've talked positively about the 2018 movie. I mean, so we and 78. 78 is a true classic. It was New York Mike's first time watching the movie, and furthermore, like it was a grand old good time. Then 2018, the sequel that retcons every movie after the first movie, very good. I know, and we know that there are people who are not the biggest fans of the direction they went with Laurie and the whole thing with her and Michael and stuff like that. But it was overall a fun movie, a spectacular way to reintroduce Laurie Strode, reintroduce the Halloween series if you haven't been following along since 1978 and the sequels beyond that. Halloween Kills. We talked about it a couple of nights ago. Not the best movie. It kind of left us with a bad taste in our mouth. But over time, after watching it a few other times, you tend to enjoy it. And the kills are the best part of the whole movie. Okay, like these are some of the most outrageous kills that Michael's ever done in the entire franchise. And now that we've gotten to Halloween Ends, and which is Jamie Lee Curtis's final role as Laurie Strode. This is her final appearance as Laurie Strode. She's already made a contract saying, I ain't coming back. There ain't gonna be no rematch or nothing like that. I'm never coming back. I'm retiring.
This is the fourth and final timeline.
Watching this movie, y'all can give me your experiences. But watching this movie, like I said, I told y'all in the beginning before we started. 15 minutes into this movie, I was excited. A great death happened. We're developing characters. We're making characters move on with their lives. It's a grand old good time. Then the hour mark hits, and you're like, what is this? You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great job keeping it in with your son present.
I know. Shots for sponsors too. That's SOL. Everything goes downhill.
Very.
We'll get to that. LA Mike, go ahead.
I first saw this movie in a movie theater by myself, and I hate you for it, by the way, because I thought we were going
to get over it.
But I'll say this: like, I laughed at some of the cringe that came from this movie, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, they're going with this direction. And the thing is, like, some decisions might not have been bad decisions if they had a proper payoff. Problem is they didn't. So as a result, the decisions turn out to be bad ones. I am less likely to rewatch this one than Halloween Kills because, as you mentioned earlier, if nothing else, Halloween Kills had great kills. But I'll say, but another thing, I'll say, and I know this is better said for when we go into the plot, but I'm surprised that this movie did not take place immediately after the second one because I was under the impression that the entire trilogy would all take place in a single night.
Yeah. Well, no, I kind of figured that it was going to take place after the events of Halloween Kills. They even set in the.
What the? Did Michael get him?
It wasn't me, okay? It was not me. It was not me.
Hands up, don't stab. Just
I apologize. He wanted to touch the pad. Anyways, so I knew about it because considering the fact that I read the description that this is going to take place sometime after the events of Halloween Kills. Now, 4 years later, I was not expecting that. Well, considering the fact that Halloween Kills was supposed to come out in 2020, but because of lockdown, came out the following year. I I did not expect for them to do a 4-year time jump. So that was interesting. Yeah, this New York Mike, go ahead. Because I'm getting irritated now. Thinking about this movie more and more. Go ahead.
I'm not even a horror fan. I'm looking at what in the name of all things sane is going on with no.
Well, let's just skip right to it, people. So there is going to be spoilers. We're not going to tell you the entire movie verbatim. We're not going to do that, but what we're going to talk about is just the plot. So we are introduced to this new kid named Corey Cunningham. Okay. On Halloween night 2019, 1 year after the events of Halloween Kills, he's babysitting this little brat of a kid in this house who, and I swear to God, you would think that Michael this would be an easy kill for our boy Michael Myers. And what we thought was going to happen was Michael was going to kill both of them because the kid was like, hey, Michael doesn't kill kids, which is bullcrap because we know what happened in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, this kid,
even your son's pointing it out.
Yep. And we saw what happened was this kid was pulling a prank, knowing that Corey is closet phobic. He does not like being enclosed in close quarters, and he has started to yell out like, "I'm gonna kill you, you know what?" Which, off the bat, I don't care if you're his babysitter. I don't care if you're his caregiver. You don't tell another child, "I'm going to kill you." You don't.
You don't do it.
That is the making of a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
So already, I know the heel turn is supposed to come when Michael touches him. Pause. I know the heel turn comes when Michael, apparently spreads his evil. We'll get to that part.
Yeah.
But nah, bro. Nah. He was already a lunatic when he's threatening a child, saying, "I'm going to kill you." And he proceeds to do it, even though it was an accident. He Spartan kicked this door, and this kid went flying.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. We don't see exactly what happened. Now, we do see the kid messing with him to the point that he gets rightfully frustrated. Now, it still doesn't justify him saying the phrase I'll kill you, but I understand his frustration. But the thing is, we don't necessarily see if Michael actually killed this kid and then conveniently disappears by the time he breaks through the door. Or if he really did kill the kid, and they don't even answer that.
Kabuto, Mike, no. Because if that was the case, police would have been all over that crime scene. No, he kicked that door and hit that little kid, and that kid fell to his death, and he had it coming. In the words of Joker, you get what you effing deserve. Play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Mm-hmm.
And that kid got to the prize. No. Wrong movie. There goes my hero. Was watching as he flies. No Bush can say that, little bastard. I'm sorry. And so then we get Laurie narrating everything that's been going on. We're now 4 years into the future. Apparently, Haddonfield has become Springfield. Like in Nightmare on Elm Street, where people are going a little psychotic. People are trying to mimic Michael's killings, but Michael doesn't use guns. Just like Batman, no guns, no killing. I'm gonna stab the shit out of you with this knife, though. Yeah, like Michael doesn't use guns. People are dying. People are taking their own lives. And Laurie is writing an entire book about what happened. Which, you know what? Hell, listen, you have enough. You have 40 years of PTSD. You lost your daughter. You are now taking care of your granddaughter and stuff like that. And you also, your homegirls with the girl you used to babysit. Hell, man, yeah, I write a book about that. So,
into that.
And while all this is going on, Corey gets out of prison. Now his life's ruined because he Spartan kicked the door to a little boy's face. We're not going to take that away from that. But he befriends Allison, who's now working at the clinic. They become fast friends. She likes him.
Should we talk about how they met?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. Corey gets bullied by some punk
High schoolers.
high
school
schoolers.
scene.
I'm sorry. Wrong.
That just brought back flashbacks.
Like one of them even held a knife to his face.
Like that
Bro, you're 21. These fools is at least 18. In all honesty, you guys just assume that everyone's 18 before you can clarify if they're gonna get killed by a serial killer in a movie. These kids are clearly 18. We're just gonna make that a thing.
That brought me back. That brought me back.
You 21, Corey. If they 18, you have every right to just start straight Spartan kicking 18-year-olds. I'm just saying.
But I guess he didn't want to get. I guess he didn't want to get in trouble. You know.
Actually, Corey is 22, and he's 22 because he
don't
was
matter. They legal. They are at legal age. If they're at legal age to vote, they're at legal age.
Oh no, I'm just clarifying his actual age because he was 19 at the time of when he killed the kid.
4 years later. No, he would be 23 if that's the case.
No, because
no, 22. I'm sorry, I was thinking of 2018. Yeah, 22.
Yeah, because that was 2019. The movie takes place in 2022. So doing the math.
Oh yeah,
but no, you guys are right.
And technically, Halloween night 2019, he wasn't like 19 or so. He was 21.
Really?
Corey was 21, and 3 years later, that made him about 24.
Yeah.
Wait, no, hold on, because the lady was asking him about the schools he wanted to get into.
Yeah,
so he has to be like 18, 19 years old.
No, he's 21.
Well,
it don't matter.
In any case, even if he tried to defend himself against these teenagers, if some bystander saw like the ending of that without seeing prior context, they're going to assume that this ex-felon who is attacking these kids. Case in point, Cobra Kai episode 1. Even though Johnny Lawrence was defending Miguel from these other teenagers, who did the police jump first? Not the other teenagers. They jumped Johnny. Because he's an adult and he's fighting with kids. Regardless of context.
Exactly.
It sucks, but that's reality.
So, Laurie,
baby, what do you think? What do you think, huh? What do you think? Well, what do you think, huh? What do you think?
This movie's not good. That's what I think. I didn't see it. But my daddy and my mommy don't like it.
Anyways, Laurie plays matchmaker because Laurie is trying to make sure. Laurie is like Alfred in the Batman movies. Allison, baby, I'm trying to get you some booty. That's essentially what she.
I also love how Laurie says, "So, do you want to slash their tires or should I?" That
was funny. I was saying,
let's go.
Actually, I'll leave my positives for later. So after Allison goes on a date by taking him to this party. He gets jumped by he gets ragged on by the same mama, which I'm sorry, Karen, you should have been taking care of your little brat kid. And once again, your brat kid played stupid games. He won a stupid prize, and that was a one-way ticket to the upper room. The high schoolers bully him, throw him off a bridge. Michael Myers is alive. He drags him into the sewers, the catacombs of the sewer. Yes, the catacombs are back, people. And Corey's trying to run for
resurrection.
Michael grabs him, and you think he's going to kill him, which would have been like, okay, a Psycho moment where we assume that Corey would be the main character. And no, Michael makes him see like it has on the verge of death and lets him live.
Mm-hmm. I like to make the joke that he's doing the pedant stare.
Look into my eyes.
Wait, no. 1,000 souls to burn.
And because he's innocent in Michael's eyes, he's like, not guilty, and he lets him go.
He's like, your death is not yet. 7 seconds to the end. Enough time for you. But what will you do with it? let's see. Yeah, Michael Myers pulled a Sephiroth. Yeah, I'll say it now. So Corey becomes a little psycho. What we talking Penny? No, we're doing Sephiroth.
No, we ain't talking Pennywise. Right. We ain't never gonna talk about Pennywise, because if I say Pennywise, I don't care.
Wait. Are there trick or treats down there? Oh yes, so many treats. Okay. And when you're down here with me, you're sweet too.
Okay. Because before we get into like just discussing the entire movie, LA Mike, take it from here, because like I don't want to discuss the whole movie. You're spoiling it, but like I don't want to where I'm just summing up the whole movie, because at this point I think this movie you need to see it for yourself, people.
It's kind of like, the best way I could describe it is Michael effectively becomes a Corey stand, where it's like if Corey needs someone jumped, Michael will jump them. Actually, you know what? Corey is basically Steven Lunsford from Teen Wolf.
No, F that. Corey is now Dio Brando. Bizarro World Dio Brando.
But with none of the charisma.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, listen. Rohan Campbell, God bless him. I will say this, and then I'll give it back to you, Mike. I know I'm not the biggest fan of Corey. I think none of us are. Except the kills he did do when he killed those freaking high schoolers one by one, rightfully so, with that, especially the blowtorch one was my favorite one. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you want to talk about icing on the cake? That was a perfect kill to me.
It was. It really was.
Rohan Campbell, bless that kid, because he's in one of my favorite shows on Hulu, which is The Hardy Boys. He did a great, for what he was given with this script. He did a fantastic job with this character. Granted, we may not like his character, but I think that's the whole point. We're supposed to go down this torture hole with Corey because we see an entire town turn on this kid worse than fans turn on Bailey during her babyface turn WWE.
I'll put it to like this. Credit where credit is due. The dad of the kid that died in the opening sequence, he did try to reconcile with Corey to his wife's objections, but even he was like, when I looked at Corey's eyes this morning, I didn't see Corey. I saw something evil. And he tells that to Laurie. So like over the course of this movie, Laurie Strode slowly turns into freaking Dom Pleasance.
Here's my thing. If you know, when a dad tells you, yo, I really listen, I even though like he killed my son, I try to find a way to forgive him. And when I saw him walking the street and all I saw was nothing but pure unholy evil in his eyes, I don't understand why Laurie's spider sense did not tingle, because she's heard this story before with Michael. She's heard Dr. Loomis talk about it. She's heard Dr. Zardine talk about it. Why would your spider sense not go off the entire time? Why do we have to wait until?
I think she's trying to go through the entire journey that Loomis went through. Because remember, Loomis at first wanted to befriend Michael, then he shunned Michael, and then afterwards he hated Michael. And I think they're trying to do the same thing with between Laurie and Corey. Like first she wants to be friends with Michael, just like Dr. Loomis wanted to be with Michael, but then she started to ignore him, like try to keep her distance from him, just like Loomis did with Michael. But then she starts going after him, like Loomis did with Michael.
Here's the thing. She never went after him. She just gave him a warning, stay away from my granddaughter.
Yeah,
like she might.
That's the second phase.
No, she never told him like she never went after him. She just came to the house where he killed that kid because he'd been sleeping there, probably partying, drinking, having a good old fun time. Because let's just face it, he had F-boy vibes the entire time. I'm surprised he wasn't cheating on Allison with our girl. Oh, never mind. I'll bring her up later. With the DJ's assistant. But yeah, like, bro, if Laura was really worried, she should have been on him like like white on rice instead of the one and only altercation we had. I'm sorry.
And one thing we did notice is that Corey, like the more he got possessed by Michael's evil, like the more he started pulling a Christine from Stephen King, where the main character starts off nerdy, but then the more he starts working on the car, the more like bad boy he looks, but also the more evil he becomes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. I'm surprised he didn't turn into I'm surprised we didn't hear something in the rain. Yeah, you something in the way. Yeah.
Okay,
but I'm surprised.
Batman,
I was waiting for the Batman music to pull up because that's how much I'm like, bro. If you just play this, it would fit perfectly.
It really would. Honestly, it really would. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like, come on. But I have to say, the kills with this, I'm mad his dad got killed because his dad had nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like his dad was a bystander. Don't get me wrong.
Dad was like the only person who vindicated for him. He even got him a motorcycle and everything.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, he didn't do anything when it came to his mama, who his mom may or
no. He killed his mama. He killed his mama.
Yeah, we all know that. But like the reason he did it, I mean, they kind of hinted on it, which we're not going to say or discuss because one, I have a kid here, and two, listen, for anyone in the peanut gallery, Chris Hansen. There you go. So
I would be more detailed. I would say it's just like Kyle from American Horror Story season 3.
No, I got a better one. Slade Wilson and Terror from the Teen Titans comic books, not the show, the comic books. There you go.
Nah, I'm still gonna go with Kyle from American Horror Story because that is the exact relationship that they had.
Okay, fine. So he killed. Oh, okay. Matter of fact, New York Mike. I'm talking too much. We'll get to the likes and dislikes right now. So, what were your likes and what were your dislikes about this movie? Go next.
Listen. The only few likes I liked about this movie is the fact that the kills, 1 and 2. This right here.
Yeah.
This right here. And this, like, come on now, come on.
You just have a crush on Jamie Lee Curtis, dog.
It's not even about having a crush on Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a simple fact is, she's like, I ain't playing no more. I am not. You dying tonight. I don't care. The fact that the entire town guided Laurie and her granddaughter to the incinerator thing, right?
Michael dies, in case y'all want to know. Continue.
Yes, Michael does die. Thank you.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Literally, she pushes him in. I'm like, finally. But my thing is, why keep the mask?
As a token. Hey, why? Hey, listen. Why do we have head deer? Oh, we have deer. And why do we keep deer in the cabinet after we take them out? And that's all. That was our biggest point.
Personally, don't get it.
Listen,
the deer thing, not the micro
thing. Okay, we understand. Listen, I understand. Uncle loves you, but you know.
I would have to agree with Mike to an extent because I like that Laurie still got it. She just like in Halloween H2O. Like she tries to move on. She legit tries to go move on, try to date that police officer from the second movie. But, evil finds a way and she fights back as nature intends. And Laurie went full Sarah Connor just like she did in H2O, except this time there ain't no firefighters to get in the way.
Exactly.
I'm so mad about Resurrection and about Halloween Kills when it comes to the firefighters. And like real life firefighters. Like, I love you guys. Like, you guys are heroes. But Halloween franchise firefighters, you guys suck so bad.
You guys suck badly.
And I'll never get over that. I'll never get over it. It's an insult to real life firefighters. But yeah, there's no firefighters to get in the way of this one. Here, she legit murks Michael, and she goes like she goes like full Infinity War with him. We're like she takes out his one arm, takes out the other, pins his legs down, aims for the heart, goes for the head, and like it is beautiful. But also the other thing I liked in this movie is literally when Michael kills Corey, because the way he does it is like you betrayed my trust. You have
It was no.
I've given you.
Nah, it's more like you gonna try. You think you could do this to me? You think you like I run here? I run this city. You just live here.
Yeah.
King Kong ain't got on me.
I thought we were.
He was like,
friends. Then you take my face.
I gave you this power. I can take it away from you, little homie.
Yeah. Basically, he did a whole sit your
I'm sorry.
down before I make change.
Yeah.
He's like,
and he made his change.
Because Corey got too obsessed with the power that Michael granted him, and to the point that he tried to fight Michael, beat him up using Busta Rhymes karate, and took his mask so that he would become the new Michael. But the real Michael ain't having that. Like, no, you only have you only got a taste of my power. I am the source.
Do we have a picture of Corey putting on the damn mask?
No.
Okay.
But we do have a picture of him holding it.
Okay. Hit it. I want to see that. People, if there's one thing, New York Mike, I'm going to let you finish.
Here we go.
If there's anything I will say about this movie, it's the fact that at least with this movie, and I'll talk about when I talk about my issues with the movie, at least it actually went along with the whole passing the torch, which is something Halloween 4 tried to do, and Halloween 5 retconned it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least it pulled the trigger. New York might continue. Likes and dislikes. Go ahead.
Basically, what I dislike about it is everything else. Everything else. The ending was anticlimactic.
What's wrong?
The ending was too anticlimactic to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Do I really want to see this again? No. But me being me, I watched it 2 other times.
Oh my God.
Why? I don't know.
You know,
but I would not recommend you watch Halloween Ends.
Okay. All right. LA Mike, likes, dislikes. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I already said some of the things when I interrupted you. And again, I apologize for that.
No problem.
But yeah, I do agree with you on a lot of things. And again, like the whole like Corey becoming the new Michael thing, like they could have taken it in a lot of good places, but they didn't. And you're right, it came off as being anticlimactic because 1, we could have had a proper Michael versus Michael fight if Corey became a babyface but kept Michael's power. 2, it could have been Laurie versus 2 Michaels, because you got real Michael and Corey Michael. And that would have been interesting to fight, because, you know, what's better than fighting 1 Velociraptor? Fighting 2 Velociraptors. Clever girl. 3, like, if they're going to go supernatural route, it would be cool if, like, when they, like, dump Michael's body into that shredder, like, you would see, like, some smoke come out, like the smoke monster from Lost.
Oh, my.
You know, because like, we already made so many Cult of Thorn references. But, you know, like, I mean... But they could have also even if they kept the ending as is, they could have done something like to top it off in a way that keeps the ending like on your toes, where it's like, what if there was another copycat Michael that was inspired by Corey and Michael? Like, and then the next Halloween there'll be a copycat Michael that's going to show up, and of course we're going to see that as a movie. But the thing is, it's implied that there will be one. Like the evil of Michael, it's infectious. It infects the whole city. It makes everything stranger. But you know, like they could have got, and especially with how much we went off on that hospital scene in the previous movie. So like again, they could have gone a lot of great places. Didn't fall through. Like, and again, Allison was completely ineffectual in the entire film, but the DJ tongue scene was funny though.
Let's talk about that. I want to talk about that real quick. Okay. All right, my dislikes and dislikes. Okay. Again, I said this before. I actually like the character development of Allison, of Laurie, of a lot of the characters previously, because of the fact that this movie is trying to tell you that everyone is trying to move on after the events of the first two movies. I like that. I really think that is great character development right there. I like that Laurie is trying to move on. She like, and she has that Michael Corleone moment. Every time I feel myself out, that I'm getting pulled back in. That's what it is like. And I like that. I really do like that. And I really wish they could have done it in a different way, but it is what it is. I like Allison's character development. The whole misery loves company thing. She's miserable. Clearly, because of what happened to her mom and dad that Halloween night. They both got by Michael. Okay? And obviously she's going to like Corey because Corey is still reeling over the fact that he Spartan kicked a kid into the upper room. Okay? That kid is in the shadow realm now. So right now that kid is in the shadow zone. He is sitting in the negative zone. He is in the phantom zone right now. Ain't no coming back. Ain't gonna be no rematch. Okay? Matter of fact, the only rematch you're gonna see is Michael fight that little kid.
That little kid got vented, okay? That little kid got vented.
Yeah, that little bastard got vented. Exactly. So,
final event.
Stop it. Anyways, so I like that. I like the kills in this movie. Matter of fact, my favorite kill, which I'm glad we're on me now, my favorite kill came in this scene when he cut the DJ's tongue off and stuff, but he killed the assistant. Do you want to know who that is, guys? That is Darcy the Mail Girl from Joe Bob Briggs' last drive-in show. I love Darcy the Mail Girl. Diana Prince is a great horror enthusiast. I enjoy her. I enjoy her work when she did what was that documentary? In Search of Darkness about how horror movies came to be in the 80s, the early 80s to the late 80s. I loved. She was great in that. And shout out to Diana Prince. I'm gonna clip this so you can see this. But I really enjoy, like her cameo. I screamed in theaters like, "Hey, Darcy the Mail Girl, look out!" But yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoy the moments between Allison and Corey. I think they were great. What the girl's name in the movie, the girl who plays Allison and Rohan, I think they have really good chemistry. I think they have really good chemistry for what they are given for the script and stuff like that. I think, again, the whole misery loves company dynamic is a great story to tell.
It is.
Here's the problem, though, and this is the biggest issue I have with this movie. Mm-hmm. This is supposed to be the end of Halloween. Mm-hmm. This new timeline. It's supposed to be the end. It's Laurie versus Michael. I get that you were trying to develop all these characters about how all the characters are moving on, especially Will Patton's character. I love you, Will Patton. You're my favorite character. Remember the Titans, okay? And Armageddon, okay? As much as I appreciate them trying to have these characters move on and stuff like that, Michael doesn't show up until the next hour, and on top of that, this dude is he's just a shell of himself. Hell, freaking got help from Corey to knock a dude out. He literally, to kill one dude, he legit had him go to Michael. And I was like, you want to kill him? Kill him. I'm like, bro, when did Michael need help to kill someone?
Mm-hmm.
It made
I agree.
No sense.
I mean, again, like if Michael was just like training him as an apprentice to become the next Michael, like not that he would need to,
Even that is
like
dumb.
yeah, it would certainly be less dumb than I need help. But no, it's like, but again, like I feel like they were trying to go for like Michael, like going off the themes of the previous movie, the evil that is manifested in the form of Michael, it infects and spreads throughout Haddonfield, and it was. And I agree, and I would agree with you if you would say that that theme was better illustrated in the hospital scene than it did in this movie. But
Bro, I haven't even gotten to that. I'm
but
glad you mentioned that though.
but like, and the thing is, and again, this goes to that Jim Cornette moment I mentioned earlier. Like, what if there was a copycat Michael that was inspired by Corey and Michael at the end of the film, and it's like implied that someone else is going to show up pretending to be Michael, because like again, the evil infects, and I want to see more of that theme. I feel like Corey was just being petty, just like at that point, like just give the guy a death note and call it a day. Like I feel like at that point. And I'm not trying to reference a new Simpsons episode. Like I'm legit just like mentioning, it's like at this point, I feel like this is just death note. Like Corey writes the name of a person he doesn't like, and then Michael goes kill him.
No, I got a better one, dude. I would, if we went like the route where like 2 movies did this well.
Yeah.
Freddy's Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, which is part 2, when Mark is being infected by Freddy Krueger, and The Fly, when Jeff Goldblum is slowly turning into an insect. And yes, I'm trying to talk like Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, the reason why I say that is because if you're trying to go the route where he is slowly but surely becoming more and more like Michael, should have done it like the way they did it. Not exactly like how they did it, but like look at how The Fly did it when it turned Jeff Goldblum more and more into a fly, and look at Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, where the more and more Mark became more like Freddy Krueger.
Yep.
That's what they should. If they went on both those as just references, and just how where Corey is slowly dipping into madness, and Laurie and Allison are the only ones that can get him out of that darkness.
Yeah.
Until Michael comes, because keep in mind, Michael, the whole thing is the more Michael kills, the stronger he gets. The more fear Haddonfield has, the stronger he gets. This mother.
Exactly. Imagine how much better would have been if Corey went full baby face in the third act, but retained Michael's powers. So we got a Michael versus Michael fight.
Michael Jr. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this, like if they went that route, this is exactly what Halloween 5 should have been, where Jamie with Michael's powers would have fought against like actual Michael.
Don't. Oh God, I can't believe you mentioned Halloween 5. Oh my God. Okay,
bruh.
No, but you're telling the truth. No, I'm saying because I hate that movie. But you're telling the truth when it comes. What you just said was truthful. I want you to know that. I'm just saying I hate that movie. That's why I'm saying that.
No, I get it. But even I don't hate it as much as Halloween 6. I apologize.
Oh no, the Halloween 6 can burn in hell for all I care.
But again, there's 2 ways I could have done things with Jamie. Either she becomes a new Michael, or she baby faces but maintains Michael's powers through that psychic link and fight Michael using his own powers. They could have done the same thing with Corey. And the thing is, we do see Corey get pushed to that point where he's slowly turning more and more into Michael. It wasn't illustrated as well as we would have liked to, but it would have been a great way to redeem him as a character. And heck, they could even have done a thing where he fights Michael in front of a public audience where they see he's turning into a hero. It's like, whoa, this guy's got Michael's powers, but he also fighting against Michael, so maybe he's the good guy? Hey, like we were wrong about you, Corey. You were a good guy after all.
Didn't they do this in the season of Arrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Oh my God. I'm like, bro, did we just write Corey like an Arrow character?
We may as well have.
I mean,
wait. My name is Corey Shelton, and long ago I was falsely convicted of killing a child. But then after being rejected by society, I've obtained the powers of the ultimate evil. I must learn to control this evil, lest I become it. I must become someone else. I must become something else. Previously on Halloween Ends.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, let me finish up.
Now I'm about to watch Arrow again. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
to quote the
10-year
movie
anniversary
Nope.
of Arrow, so...
Wait,
To quote the movie Nope,
yeah,
damn it, CW.
Arrow came out in 2012. It's 2022. It's been 10 years since Arrow came out.
Yeah, it has.
New York Mike, I already know what you're finna do after this, so... Okay, real quick, because I didn't hear anyone, not one person's favorite kills. Outside my favorite kill, which was with my girl, Darcy the Mail Girl. My favorite kill was when Michael Corey, killed that jock bastard with the torch. That's my favorite death.
I'm sorry. Hold on. My favorite kill, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
That's a great death. That is a fantastic death.
I also love how his tongue's still on the vinyl and it's like skipping the needle every time.
Everyone in my theater laughed when we saw that part.
And the funny part is that you got Allison like listening to that radio station and she's like, there must be something wrong with the radio.
Yeah, she's like, what the hell is this? Hey, but no. Okay. And LA Mike, what's your favorite, or Kamado, what's your favorite death?
Well, like I said, what I would say in terms of poetry, I would have to say Corey's death is my favorite because you stabbed Michael in the back. Now he's stabbing you in the front. The most entertaining death was the DJ. The least deserving death was that one teenage girl who actually stood up for Corey, but the other 3 teens didn't listen to her.
She should have kept her ass home. No. She should have kept her ass home.
The non-deserving death has to be Corey's dad.
Yeah,
that too. Corey's dad deserves to die even less than that teenage girl because he tried to be there for Corey even when his mom wouldn't be. And let's be honest, I want to see Corey's mom die again just because she tried to pull a Kyle's mom from American Horror Story.
Yes. Or I forgot the dude's name. His mom from It.
Eddie.
Not Bill, not Ben. Eddie. Yeah.
Eddie. Yeah.
I think it was Bill. I think it was Eddie. Who's the comedian kid again?
Yeah, it was Richie.
Richie.
Okay. Yeah, Eddie. It was Eddie then. It was Eddie.
Yeah, Stan was the one who killed himself in the bathtub.
Yeah, and Mike is the sheriff. Is the PI who stayed in.
Yeah, he's the bachelor. He's a bachelor. Ben is the fat kid,
and who became a hottie.
Yeah. Oh, I was so fat, a real butterball.
FAT.
Yeah, I was FAT fat.
Hey, RIP John Ritter. I love John Ritter. His role in that movie.
Yeah.
I still think Chris Pratt should have played him in the remake. Because Chris Pratt went from being...
It'll be funny if what's it called? Seth Green reprises his role as Richie in the new movie because he still looks young enough to play Richie.
Okay, time out. We're going off on a tangent. Get back to the Halloween Ends. We need to rate this movie. One thing I will say before we get into the rating: the ending where Laurie is talking to the sheriff, and they play "Don't Fear the Reaper." That was a great callback. That if anything else of this movie that we say this movie is not good, that is the perfect callback to a franchise. Because Don't Fear the Reaper. She feared Michael, and then she no longer feared him because she was ready to whoop him.
Because she took his hand and cut it off,
and then took his head. Anyway,
but also, Don't Fear the Reaper, if I remember correctly, was in the end credits of the first movie.
No, it wasn't. It was just It was just
No,
John Carpenter's one.
I'm talking about the 2018 one.
No, it wasn't.
Because I'm pretty sure "Don't Fear the Reaper" was definitely in the soundtrack for one of the other Halloween movies.
Don't Fear the Reaper was in the first Halloween movie because it was when Lindsay, not Lindsay, Laurie and Annie was it
Right.
Laurie and Annie were going to babysit Tommy and Lindsay, and they're talking about Ben Tramer the whole time.
Yeah, I'll say this. Like, I am glad that they played "Don't Fear the Reaper," even if not for the legacy reasons. I feel like 9 of people remember Blue Oyster Cult, which is criminal because Blue Oyster Cult is an amazing rock band. So the more exposure we get to Blue Oyster Cult, the better. Because I feel like at most people only know the song "Don't Fear the Reaper," or they've heard the song Godzilla from King of All Monsters. Yeah. But the thing is, it's not Blue Oyster Cult singing their original Godzilla song. It's someone else doing a cover of it. So it's like, so people won't even know that Blue Oyster Cult sang Godzilla, which, by the way, they did. History shows again and again how nature points out the folly of man. Mike Myers.
Oh my God. LA Mike, go ahead. Overall rating, go ahead.
This movie. Okay, I give the previous movie a 7. If I remember correctly.
Yes, you did.
Yes, because it was barely passing. It was serviceable, but not a movie I would watch again anytime soon. But at least I would still rewatch it for the novelty of it. This movie, I would only watch it just to be able to say that I've seen all 13 Halloween movies, and then just end it with that. Like I still lament that I saw Halloween 6 more than one time.
And the producer's cut.
Yeah, that one I blame on D, just to be fair.
Listen, all I'm saying, if ever I'm in
I love you, D, but I blame you on this one.
Force me to watch that. We gonna be fighting.
H2O, I would watch a million times. You know that, but this movie, again, just the one time for the novelty of being able to say that I've been able to see all 13 films. And again, is it as bad as Halloween 6? No. Is it as bad as Resurrection? No. Is it as bad as Rob Zombie 2? No. But it's still pretty bad. So yeah, I give this one a 6.
Okay. I'm not okay. Here's how I'm doing it. You honestly did the words out of my mouth. Do I think it's a disappointing movie in this new trilogy? Yes. Is my least favorite? Yes. Did I have a lot of high hopes for this movie? Because we start off batting average at 90 with Halloween 2018. We kind of slowed down Halloween Kills. Was I hoping for a home run for this one? Yes. I didn't care how they were going to do it. I just need them to just, as long as it's good, that's fine. But overall, this movie was boring for the most part. I think we have talked about horror movies where it doesn't matter how scary it is. If it's boring, like if I fall asleep in the middle of your movie, that's a bad sign. And I have fallen asleep on many movies in theaters. The X-Men movies, Prometheus, Las Vegas, even though I think that movie was really funny. Hell, It Chapter 2, and I like It Chapter 2.
I fell asleep on Black Phone.
Really? I have to see that movie. That's why.
Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
I would again. I enjoy the chemistry that a lot of these characters do have, and when the kills are good, they're really good. But Michael's not in the movie for the most part. He's a hermit. He's pretty much a shell of his former self. You let some punk ass 20-something-year-old kid beat you down. When last time I checked, you killed an entire mob of people who try to 1v1 you like it's a freaking Street Fighter.
You're not fighting
what happened to that?
You're fighting
what happened, Honda. In the words of Vince McMahon, what happened to that ruthless aggression? Damn it.
Exactly.
Michael doesn't have it. Again, and honestly, and I will go with Mike. If this was like a whole copycat Michael thing until the real Michael shows up, I'm perfectly fine with that. Hell, no, we haven't really mentioned this because we don't know too much about it, but there's supposed to be a Halloween TV show coming out on Peacock, which is going to be episodic, and it's going to pretty much be kind of like how Season of the Witch was, where it's like, hey, Season of the Witch is lit. Watch it on
no. I'm not talking about Season of the Witch. I'm talking about talking about a Halloween TV show. None.
No, well, listen, if it could work, it can work.
No.
Okay. Again,
problem is something like that already exists. It's called American Horror Stories on Hulu.
Well, and there's also but there's also Stranger Things. There's also Tales of the Crypt. But those movies, all those shows, actually, not Stranger Things. There's Tales of the Crypt, but we all still like both of those shows. And Creep Show on Shudder. Shouts to Shudder.
No, I'm just saying the market for like that premise just seems a little oversaturated because, as you mentioned, Tales of the Crypt, and as I mentioned, American Horror Stories.
Right, but no. Overall, I did like the again. I think the actors did great for their roles and with the script they were given. Mm-hmm. I was just bored out of my mind after the first hour of the movie. The first hour of the movie is perfect. It's great, and then dives into a dark pit of madness and never strays back up.
Exactly.
This movie, I wish I can. Hopefully, there's a director's cut. If there's a director's cut, I'll be fine with that. I highly doubt there will be. I gotta give this movie a 5 out of 10. I was really banking on giving it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 5. There are things I like about the movie, but I don't like what they did with Michael. I don't like how they pretty much shelved him like it was a game 7, and you need your star player. I don't like that at all. Do I think this is a great send-off for Laurie and Jamie Lee Curtis? That is up for debate.
I love how your comments were more generous than mine, but you still gave it a harsher score.
Well, yeah, again, if I am falling asleep on your movie, you get automatically docked points.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised I didn't fall asleep on that film. Because you're not wrong, it was pretty boring.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Me, I agree with you, Leo. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, but it's just like I said. I almost did fall asleep. So for me, I'm gonna have to say I'm giving this movie a 4.5.
Wow. Even harsher than Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, look, I love David Gordon Green. I love Dan McBride. I think they hit a home run with the first movie. Kind of slipped low with the second one, but this, I know, I've said this before. I know this movie is very divisive when it comes to the Halloween franchise community and the fan base. A lot of people I know actually do like it, and a lot of people really, really hate it. I know shouts to I can't really shout. Well, shouts to Talk Scary to Me. They talked about their opinions on the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna. Y'all, if y'all haven't, please listen to Talk Scary to Me with Daniel Harris and Scout Taylor Compton. They're great horror movie icons. Again, I know there's people who really like this movie. I know there's people who really don't like this movie. I'm in the camp where I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm not gonna say F this movie. I'm not gonna say this movie can go die. I'm just gonna say, like, you just gotta say it for yourself. You might like this movie, people. You might not. It honestly is up to you. It's like, it's how it was for me with Suicide Squad. I know Suicide Squad's a train wreck and a car crash. I still like watching that movie. Now, Suicide Squad 2 is actually a damn good movie. That's a different story.
Yeah, we're neither here nor there.
I agree with you that, like, people should just watch the movie just to make their own opinion of it. Like, if you like it, you like it. If you hate it, you hate it. But, you know, at the very least, watch it before saying you like it or hate it. If you opt to not watch it, you have the freedom to do so, but you revoke the rights to say you like it or hate it. You know, again, those are your 3 choices. Make the most of which one you choose. And, you know, and again, for me, watching this movie felt more like the novelty of saying I got to see all 13 films and not so much like this movie was fantastic. Because, again, I can see myself rewatching Halloween Kills, even though I don't like the movie. But I do not see myself rewatching Halloween Ends because I'll just keep reminding myself of how the many different ways the three of us try to Jim Cornette it into a better film. But at least this movie was still nowhere near as bad as Don't Worry, Darling. So I'll take the L.
Oh my God. Let's look at the comments before we head out of here. Okay, so shouts to Ty Bruner again. We're talking Pennywise. 00 XYZ says, I wish Halloween 5 doubled down on Halloween 4 and you got Jamie with Michael's power fighting Michael. See, that would have been really cool. Unfortunately, they didn't go that route because they gave it to a director from Switzerland who knew a not damn thing about Halloween and how it's run in America.
Exactly.
This movie is wasted potential. Yeah, it is. There's so much that I really wish this movie could have done. Like, and I mean, yes, we had the whole, is Laurie going to die? Hell, I thought Laurie was going to die. I was glad she didn't. I didn't want Jamie Lee Curtis to go out the same way she did in Resurrection, die against Michael. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad she didn't die. I'm happy she didn't die. It's great. But
and to see those rare moments of Laurie when she moves on and like she's having a happy life with her,
Oh, we mentioned Sandra survived. So for those of y'all who remember, the black lady who was Laurie's neighbor who died in Halloween Kills, she didn't die.
Yeah.
She survived. But Michael destroyed her voice, so she can't talk.
Yep. Her husband died though.
Oh yeah, he got. So
yeah.
He got his. He got. It's like.
I still love that drone scene.
It's Monday games. Monday games. What's up, Monday? Hello, fellas. What's up, good dude? How you doing?
What's up?
Anyways, but that's about it, guys. That is it for our spoiler review of Halloween Ends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, go see the movie for yourself. Mike, aka Boca Cabido, and New York Mike, greatly appreciate you guys coming in, doing this movie, and I'm glad that we finally, we got you to watch the Halloween series. New York Mike, hopefully we can get you to see Halloween 2, 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, Rob Zombie 1, Rob Zombie 2, and Season of the Witch, and read comic books that are based off this franchise because they're really, 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 really good. So
I love Season of the Witch.
Also watch Season of the Witch. And watch Season of the Witch. And watch Season of the Witch. We love
Hurry up, it's Halloween. Hurry up, it's Halloween. Silver Shamrock. There are 364 days left.
Speaking of which, my LA Mike, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kawato. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Kawato. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel my plans about streaming Bayonetta 3. But I'll come up with something else to play tomorrow.
All right. New York Mike, where can people find you, dog?
You guys can find me at Red Ranger. Sorry. You guys can find me on Instagram at Red Ranger 2134 and on Twitch at Red Falcon 347.
All right, y'all can find me on Twitter, Instagram at @TheRex_Fox, YouTube Rex_Fox, and find me right now on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. Tomorrow we will be doing the Stroke Game podcast tomorrow here on the Buttery Show and on Twitch. So be on the lookout for that. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or advice, you can find us on ScrollGameBooks@gmail.com. That's ScrollGameBooks@gmail.com. And you can find us on our Linktree, linktree.com/ScrollGame to follow us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Breaker Audio, and you can find The Buttery Show here at The Buttery Show on Instagram, youtube.com/The Buttery Show, and facebook.com/The Buttery Show. Till then, guys, this is Leo, New York Mike, LA Mike, Boken Kabido himself, and we will see y'all next year on Halloween. I'm joking. You'll see us on the next Buttery Show review. Till then, guys, stay blessed. Happy post-Halloween, and the countdown to Thanksgiving has
Hey, Buttery, guys.
No one better start singing Christmas songs right now. Because so help me.
No,
if you will sing Christmas songs, at least do the Christopher Lee covers. Just saying.
Yes. Until then, guys, peace out, and we will see y'all on the next video and Stroke Game Podcast tomorrow. Till then, peace.
Keep it buttery.
All I want for Christmas.